Nobody wants to hear it, but here it is. If you're not in pain, you're not growing. If you're not suffering, you're not becoming anything worth becoming. Comfort is the silent killer. It whispers in your ear, you're fine. Stay here. Don't push. Don't stretch. Just exist. And most people listen. Most people fold. They trade greatness for ease, respect for attention, and legacy for likes. You want to be someone, then you better bleed for it. You better sacrifice for it. You better be ready to wake up every day with a target on your back, because the second you say you want more, the world starts handing you pain. It will test you, break you, betray you, mock you, and then ask if you still want it. That's the process. That's the price. And most of you won't pay it, because you were raised to believe pain is the enemy. That if something hurts, it's wrong. You've been fed lies since the day you could understand words. Follow your passion. Do what feels right. If it's hard, it's not for you. Bullshit. Greatness doesn't feel right. It feels like war. It feels like crawling through glass with broken legs and a smile on your face. You know what most people do when they feel pain. They stop. They cry. They complain. They look for shortcuts, for hacks, for handouts. They act like the world owes them comfort. They treat their struggle like a tragedy instead of a test. You think Kobe cried about early morning workouts. You think Jordan begged for balance. You think Ali gave a damn about how tired he felt. No, they knew. Pain is the toll you pay to enter greatness. You don't get to skip it. People say they want success, but they sleep in. They say they want change, but they keep lying to themselves. They say they're hungry, but won't starve for it. You don't become great by wanting it. You become great by walking into the fire and refusing to leave until you're forged in it. You don't get stronger by lifting light shit. You grow by ripping your muscles apart every damn day until they rebuild tougher. That's life. That's how nature works. And you're not special. You don't get to escape the rule. You want mental strength. It's built by suffering in silence, sitting in your darkness when everyone else escapes into distractions. You want discipline. That's forged in the cold mornings when your mind screams, quit, and you keep going anyway. You want purpose. It's found when your whole world crumbles, and instead of breaking, you build. You can't cheat the pain. You can numb it, sure. Run to your phone, your vices, your comfort food, your toxic friends, your excuses. But it never leaves. It just waits. And the longer you avoid it, the weaker you get, the softer you become. Until one day you realize you're not the man you promised yourself you'd be. You're a ghost in your own life, watching others win while you rot in mediocrity, pretending you're trying. But pain, real pain, that's honest, that's truth. It doesn't lie. It shows you who you are. It strips you down and says, let's see what you're really made of. And if you can stand there with nothing but your will and still push forward, you win. Not because life got easier, but because you got stronger. You think champions are lucky. That's what losers say. Champions are just the ones who didn't quit when it hurt. They kept moving when everyone else stopped. They were broke, laughed at, betrayed, doubted, but they didn't fold. They didn't need validation. They didn't cry for applause. They put their head down, shut the fuck up, and worked every single day. And let me tell you something, pain isn't temporary. Pain is permanent if you run from it. You live in regret, in shame, in that sick feeling in your chest that says, I could have been more. That's real pain. But if you face it now, if you embrace it, if you make it your fuel, it becomes your strength. Your scars become your armor. Your losses become your lessons. So stop asking when it gets easier. It doesn't. You get harder. You get sharper. You get meaner with your dreams. Because this world doesn't hand out greatness. It breaks people for it. It crushes weak intentions. It spits out the half-committed. And if you're not willing to suffer, you'll never rise. You want abs? Pain. You want a business? Pain. You want respect? Pain. You want self-worth? Pain. You want freedom? Pain. There is no version of your best self that doesn't come through hell. You don't get glory without grit. You don't get peace without battle. You don't get to lead if you never followed the hard road. People will mock you. They'll say you're obsessed, too intense, unrealistic. They'll laugh behind your back because they're scared you'll become what they never could. Good. Let them. Their comfort is your fuel. Their doubt is your fire. Because while they sleep, you work. While they party, you build. While they quit, you endure. That's the separation. Pain is a gift. It wakes you up. It sharpens your focus. It humbles your ego. Every time you feel pain, it's the universe asking, do you still want it? And if your answer is yes, again and again, despite everything, it gives you power. Not fame, not applause. Power. The kind that can't be taken. The kind you earn in the trenches. You ever wonder why most people never make it? It's because they're soft where it counts. Their mind folds under pressure. Their heart pumps fear, not fire. They walk around acting like they're tough, but the moment life hits back, they cry, they ghost, they disappear. Because they've never trained their soul to carry pain. You want to talk about suffering, real suffering. Try waking up every day knowing you're not who you could be. Try walking past a mirror and hating the reflection because it reminds you of the promises you broke to yourself. That's suffering. That's a prison most people never escape. Not because they can't, but because they won't do what it takes. They'll hustle when it's fun, grind when it's trendy, post quotes and gym selfies when they feel motivated. But the second that real sacrifice shows up, the second something demands blood, sweat, and silence, they crumble. They blame the system, their past, their trauma, their genetics, their boss, everything but themselves. And then they wonder why nothing changes. Here's the truth. Nobody is coming to rescue you. Nobody owes you success. The world doesn't give a damn about your dreams until you make them real. You could disappear tomorrow, and 90% of the people you know wouldn't notice. So stop waiting for approval. Stop waiting for the perfect plan. Stop waiting for life to get fair. It never will. You know who wins. The ones who suffer better. The ones who use pain like a chisel. Every hit, every scar, every failure, it shapes them. It carves them into something unshakable. They don't avoid the hard road. They walk it barefoot, with a smile that scares people. Because they know, the deeper the pain, the greater the growth. Everyone wants to feel strong, but nobody wants to be weak first. Everyone wants to be wise, but nobody wants to look like a fool. Everyone wants to shine, but nobody wants to sit in the dark. You don't get confidence by faking it. You get it by earning it. By taking the hits, staying on your feet and telling the pain, I'm still here. There's no blueprint for greatness. No app, no shortcut. Just suffering and repetition. Waking up early when you're dead tired. working in silence while everyone else gets applause, saying no when it hurts, sacrificing pleasure for purpose, and doing it not for a week, not for a month, but for years. You want power, master pain. You want to be unstoppable. Stop negotiating with your weakness. Every time you say, "I'll do it tomorrow," you lose ground. Every time you say, "I deserve a break," your dreams move further away. You're either building or breaking. There is no pause. You think legends care how they feel. You think beasts talk about burnout. They know that feelings are liars. They do what's necessary, not what's easy. You want to be like them, then kill your excuses, bury your comfort, and bleed on the battlefield until people don't recognize you anymore. You're going to lose people. Friends will drift. Family won't understand. Strangers will judge. Good. Let them. Your journey isn't for the weak-hearted. You weren't made to be average. You were built for war. And if they can't handle your ambition, they were never meant to walk beside you. Don't fear pain. Fear regret. Fear waking up one day too old to chase what mattered. Fear becoming the man who always talks about what he could have done. Fear dying with your potential still inside you. Pain is temporary. Weakness is a choice. Suffering builds you. Regret destroys you. So what are you going to do when it hurts? Quit, cry, run? Or are you going to stand up, look pain in the eyes and say, "Is that all you got?" Because once you do that enough times, you realize pain doesn't control you anymore. You control it. You bend it. You use it. Every scar you earn is a badge. Every failure, a brick. Every moment of agony, a forge. Let the pain break the old you. Let it shatter the excuses. Let it kill the laziness. And when it's done tearing you apart, build something stronger. Something fearless. Something undeniable. Because in the end, greatness doesn't ask who you were. It asks what you became. And the only way to become is through pain. Most of you are addicted to the easy way out. You don't want pain. You want praise. You want the muscles without the soreness, the money without the grind, the wisdom without the scars. But that's not how this works. That's not how life molds killers, kings, legends. You ever see a blade get forged? It's beaten, burnt, bent until it's sharp enough to cut anything in its way. That's you. That's what greatness requires. And if you can't handle the heat, stay out of the damn fire. Because this game doesn't care about your potential. It only rewards execution. You think because you had a tough childhood you're special. That your pain is unique. That's cute. Everyone's bleeding. Everyone's broken. The difference is what you do with it. Some turn pain into excuses. Others turn it into fuel. Some use it to justify failure. Others use it to write history. You say you're tired. Good. Keep going. You say no one believes in you. Perfect. Let it burn. Let it become the reason you show up. You say it's hard. It's supposed to be. Nothing worth having comes without suffering. You either pay the price now, or you pay it for the rest of your life in regret. Your choice. The gym is pain. The business is pain. The relationship is pain. The dream is pain. And if you run from it, you stay soft, weak, forgettable. But if you lean into it, if you train your mind to endure, if you teach your soul to take hits and keep swinging, nothing can stop you. Not the haters, not the setbacks, not even the fear. Because pain does something beautiful when you embrace it. It humbles you. It sharpens you. It turns you into a savage. The kind of savage that doesn't flinch when life throws hell in your face. The kind that doesn't need motivation because discipline is built in. The kind that doesn't pray for an easier path. just stronger legs. Every time you skip the pain, you skip the lesson. You skip the muscle. You skip the evolution. You stay who you were, not who you could be. And the world doesn't care about what you almost became. It only remembers what you finished. You want to be remembered. Suffer for something. Give your pain a purpose. Don't just go through it. Grow through it. Let it mold you into someone unrecognizable. Someone so focused, so relentless, so unfazed that even pain gets tired of trying. This is the truth no one wants to tell you. There's no balance when you're chasing something great. There's obsession. There's sacrifice. There's isolation. And yes, it hurts. It hurts to be misunderstood. It hurts to be alone. It hurts to give your all and still get knocked down. But guess what? You get back up stronger. Because the real ones, they don't need pity. They don't need comfort. They don't need applause. They need pain. That's what they feed on. That's what keeps them sharp. That's what separates them from the masses drowning in mediocrity. You don't rise by chance. You rise by choice. And that choice is made in the dark. When no one's watching. When you're bleeding, broken, on the floor. And you decide, this is not where I die. You keep pushing. You keep building. You keep suffering. Not because it's easy, but because you know what's on the other side. And once you've tasted that, once you've felt the power of becoming everything they said you couldn't, you'll never settle again. You think champions sleep like babies. No. They sleep with pressure on their chest and fire in their gut. They wake up before the weak even dream. They train while others make excuses. They sacrifice love, comfort, time, everything soft, because they understand one thing. You can't carry greatness with soft hands. This life will test you. It'll humiliate you. It'll drag you through seasons where nothing makes sense, where all your effort feels wasted, where the world laughs at your hustle, and you'll ask yourself if it's worth it. You'll ask if the pain is too much. You'll question if you should just quit, disappear, fade into the background like the rares. But that moment, right there, is the forge. That's the gap between average and savage. You either fold, or you become something they can't break. You either stay the same, or you suffer until you're born new. You either bow to pain or make pain bow to you. People look at the greats like they were born different. No, they were just willing to suffer longer than you. That's it. They bled when you gave up. They crawled when you quit. They stayed when everyone else walked away. And now you call them lucky. No, they're just forged by pain. Stop running. Stop chasing comfort. Every time you avoid pain, you reject power. Every time you numb yourself, you kill the version of you that could have ruled. Pain isn't punishment. It's preparation. It's transformation. It's the brutal teacher that hands out crowns, but only to those who survive the fire. You want to know who you are? Look at how you suffer. Do you cry, complain, tap out? Or do you grind your teeth, clench your fists and say, let's go again? The way you handle pain defines your future. Nothing else. Not talent, not luck, not privilege. Just pain. You'll never become a king living like a civilian. Never build a legacy with a soft spine. Never earn greatness by avoiding the storm. You must live there. You must thrive there. You must learn to breathe in the chaos. And if you can do that, if you can take the beatings and rise every time, you become unstoppable. You become the kind of man they write stories about. The one who came from nothing and turned pain into power. The one who never needed permission. The one who didn't break when the world threw fire at his face. The one who made hell look like a warm-up. But if you're waiting for the pain to stop before you start, don't bother. It doesn't stop. It changes. It evolves. But it never goes away. That's the tax. That's the price. And if you want to be great, really great, you pay it with a smile. Not because it feels good, but because you know what it buys. So embrace it. Let it in. Wear your pain like armor. Let it sharpen your mind, harden your will, and silence your fear. Because once pain knows it can't control you, it bows to you. And when that day comes, when your suffering becomes your strength, you'll realize this whole time, pain wasn't your enemy. It was your initiation.